Whoa, number 7. What do we do here? Well, look at this as being like a 2x squared minus an x minus 1 equaling 0. How would you solve that? As soon as I see a squaring, I'm like, hey, it's a trinomial. It's going to break into the product of two binomials. So you and I know this would be a 2x here, an x here. To create a 1, they both got to be 1s. Now, one of them is positive and one is negative. I can see that the negative is going to go here, the positive here, because these outers will create a positive 2x or a negative 2x, and these will create a positive 1x, which will give me a negative 1x, which is what I want in the center. So I know that's what I'm going to do. So instead of 2x, I know that it's 2 sine of x plus 1 times a sine of x minus 1. I just replaced my x's back with what I had substituted in, a sine x value. So I know that this is the equation I'm dealing with. And you can check it. 2 sine of x times the sine of x is 2 sine squared x. That'll be minus 2 sine x. That'll be plus 1 sine x, which gives you a minus sine of x. And then positive 1 times negative 1 gives you the negative 1. So here's what we're dealing with. So now we set each piece equal to 0. And then we set this sine of x minus 1 equal to 0. You might need to watch this video again for that very opening part to re-look at that again, because I know that does give kids a little bit of trouble. So 2 sine of x is negative 1 divided by 2. We're looking for where the sine of x is negative 1/2. And over here, we're looking for where the sine of x turns out to be a positive 1. That'll only occur in one spot. The sine of x being negative 1/2 will occur in 2 spots. So let's look at our unit circle. Sine of x is your second value. So let's start with this guy and say, hey, when is the sine of x the second value, the height at 1? Well, it's right here. Over 0 up 1. That's at 90 degrees. This occurs at 90 degrees. Sine of x being negative 1/2. Now, I've told you 100 times, I always start at 30 degrees in my head and say, hey, that's root 3 over 2, 1/2. We're looking for the second value to be 1/2, but we want it negative 1/2. That means it's occurring here, and it's going to occur here. So we're looking for those to be negative 1/2. So that's going to be 330 degrees is going to be one of our solutions. The other is going to be here, another 30 degrees from the 180, 210. So those are our 3 solutions.